Welcome to Unsigned Spotlight, the daily live show from the Scene Projects. We shine a light on the best unsigned musical talent from around the world, featuring songs from independent artists across all genres. This is where passionate music heads, emerging artists, and curious listeners come together to discover what's next.
Dreams filling our hands, begging to be solved, remembering the lives we've lived before, searching for answers out in the void. We're all just restless girls and boys, looking for keys to open the door. Time's everlasting, time never lasts. Seconds slipping from my grasp, holding you closer, holding our breath. Observing the march of time as the present quickly fades into our past. Swimming in circles now and we can't get out and we can't get off this ride. A vessel is tossing in the waves. Step out the shadows, no need to hide. Our future is rising with the tide. The only thing we need to be is brave. Time's everlasting, but time never lasts. Quite as long as we wanted to. Watching seconds slipping from my grasp, holding you closer, holding our ground. Observing the march of time as the present quickly fades into our past.
Welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. I am your special guest host today, Bubba Startz, here on Unsigned Spotlight. I am joined by co-host of the show daily, Michael Cagle. Michael, good to see you, friend.
Hey, good to see you. We've never done a show just together.
I know, I kind of like this. Don't tell AJ. What a joy. I'm sure the whole city of Seattle is still riding the high of the Super Bowl win. And,
yes,
everybody's feeling good.
It is really nice. It's actually very sunny right now and it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. And we have our big Seahawks Super Bowl parade, a champions parade tomorrow. So, yeah.
Awesome. It's great stuff. And enjoy one of the, 50 sunny days or so that you'll get in Seattle this year.
Right.
Which is a shame because it is such a beautiful city in the sunshine, right?
It is absolutely, yes. When you look at it and it's clear and you see the skyline and then you have Mount Rainier right in the background, it just is, the city is gorgeous. Like just one of the most amazing cities, but all that gray.
Yeah, that's why I had a lot of trouble. So when I lived in the Pacific Northwest, I was in Bend, Oregon. So I was on the eastern side of the Cascade Range, and I absolutely loved it. You got over 200 days of sunshine out there every year. So you got to enjoy the mountainous landscape and the beauty of it. And anytime that I would go into Portland, it would just be the same thing as Seattle, right? Once you're on the other side of that Cascade Range, very typical of the grayness, especially this time of year. And but man, Eugene in the summertime is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Eugene is a really gorgeous city. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. That's kind of what we go through. You have to put have to put up with a lot of, and it's not like it rains a lot. It's just always seems to be gray.
Gray, which is why you have, you know, a lot of people that struggle with depression out there. The lack of sunshine has an effect out there.
Oh, yeah.
I think now we have technology and different things that we can do to kind of combat that, right? You have the infrared, and it's not the same. Maybe a little bit of travel for everyone. Like, get out, you know, go somewhere else.
If it gets too gray, we head over the, you know, over the pass, Snoqualmie, and get to some sunshine and take it in and come back.
Yeah, Spokane's quite nice as well. That Three Rivers area.
Oh yeah,
Tri-Cities, right? Tri-Cities. My uncle lived over there for a little while, so
what
I really
city?
enjoyed it.
I graduated from Kennewick High School, and Jason's family lives in Richland. So
okay, yes, you know that area very well. That Richland is where my uncle lived. He worked in the nuclear power plant, so he worked in nuclear all the time.
Dad did, yeah. Jason's dad did as well. So. Yeah, very fun.
Awesome. Well, we got some great music lined up today, Michael. First, before we get started, I want to make sure that we shout out our new partner with Pure and Easy Tea. We're going to get them a quick shout right now. We'll be right back with some fresh tunes.
Imagine capturing the raw essence of nature with its infinite color and beauty. Now, envision turning that into something truly transformative. Pure and Easy Tea cultivates the goodness of nature's bounty into fuel for your body. We are what we drink. Pure and Easy Tea, the pure nourishment your body craves.
I can't wait to get some. I can't wait to get some because I am a huge tea drinker. Like,
fantastic. Well, we're gonna get you taken care of. I actually had a meeting and a podcast episode I did with founder Carmine Del Sordi. So we had a long conversation today, and moving forward, he's very, very happy with the coverage they've been getting and just the brand alignment that we have, because the brand, especially this Soothe, which is what will get you, Michael. So a shout out to them for sending this one. He built the not just the brand, but he built the blend for singers as something that could help them with their throat and being able to give them the advantages of these blends that they put together. So really happy with our relationship there, and a big shout out to Pure and Easy Tea. Moving into some music though, we got some great things coming off the shelves today. I'm really blessed to have as much good music as we have coming in. I want to open up with a new friend of mine, Mike Oppenheim, who sent me in a song called Hey Rapunzel. So this is from Mike Oppenheim. I like, we're at the bottom, you're saying, huh? Okay, well, it pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? This is Hey Rapunzel from Mike Oppenheim.
Rapunzel, don't let down your hair.
I said nobody cares. Hey Rapunzel, don't mess with your hair. You can go outside. I said there's nobody there. You can go outside. There's nobody there. I'm a modern man. In a modern world. It's kinda shitty when nobody cares, but that's the world we got going out there. And I'm a modern man. Hey Rapunzel. Hey Rapunzel. Hey Rapunzel. Hey Rapunzel. Hey Rapunzel, don't let down your hair. You can go outside because nobody cares. You can go outside. I said nobody cares. Hey Rapunzel, don't mess with your hair. You can go outside. I said there's nobody there. You can go outside. I said there's nobody there. I'm a modern man. In a modern world. Nobody cares, but that's the world we got. The one going on there. I'm a modern man. Wow, blue like the moon. You are my typhoon. Yeah, I swagger then I swoon. I hate this fucking tune. I will meet you at high noon, where our hungers will consume every challenge I ruin. And I am destined to try you. I will 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 try you. Live it down the trip, but it's exactly the same. I got the fingers to try, but not a person to blame. Never down the trip, but it's exactly the same. I got the fingers to point, but not a person to blame. Never taste the dip, but it's exactly the same. I got some fingers to point, but not a person to blame. Never taste the dip, but it's exactly the same. I got some fingers to point, but not a person to blame. Never taste the dip, but it's exactly the same. I got some fingers to point, but not a person to blame. Never taste the different, it's exactly the same. I got some fingers to point, but not a person to blame. Never taste the different, it's exactly the same. I got some fingers to point, but not a person to blame. Never taste the different, it's exactly the same. I got some fingers to point, but not a person to blame. Never taste the different, it's exactly the same. I got some fingers to point, but not a person to blame. I got some fingers to point, but not a person to blame.
Wow.
Sounds like something that came out of Seattle in like the late 80s, early 90s to me.
I was going to say that was, I felt like I was in a time capsule and went back to 1968.
Hey, you just wait. I got some good stuff for you. You want to go back to 68? Wait till you hear this next one.
That was so much dissonance in their harmonies and chord structures. I was like, oh, and it worked. And that's the thing about it is they arranged that track so that that worked, like that whole vibe, that whole late 60s kind of experimental. Wow, man, we're feeling
It was
good.
almost like an indie version of the Beatles almost, right?
It
When they were
was.
going from Rubber Soul into Peppers and playing around with a lot of
we'll
different sounds.
throw a bit of the Doors in there just because they need to be in there, and a little Moody Blue. It was, yeah, that was a really original track. Like that would stick with you. But their use of dissonance was just amazing. Because
Yeah, it was the Beatles meet the grunge era, right? Because I think Nirvana may be one of the best bands to use those kind of dissonant tones, right?
Yes.
A very Seattle sound. Something that City can kind of lend itself to with the gray, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's very like I don't plan any of this. I didn't listen to that song beforehand. I had no
really?
idea. No, I don't curate this show, Michael. It curates itself.
It curates itself.
Yeah. I got
Yeah, I liked it.
I got a
I
real
did
great
like it.
one. Speaking of the late 60s feel, and this one is actually from the 60s. So this is my friend Manny Fraser. And Manny was a guest with us the other night on Love Noise. We talked a lot about his experience playing, around Arizona, then eventually moving down to LA. He worked for A&M Records with Herb Albert and worked next to some legends in the field there as a executive and as a working at the record label. A guy who's been around. We shared some great stories and we had an absolute blast with him. So here's my friend Manny Fraser. This is a song that he recorded, him and his friends, called "Let's Talk About Girls." This is by the Grodes.
You wanna know why I'm not true? You wanna know what's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong, girl, you're really tough. Just one girl and that ain't enough. I gotta love them all, baby, not just a few. Gotta love them all, that's what I gotta do. Oh yeah! Talk about girls that I can't get. I need girls that I never talk about girls that live next door. Girls that beg for more. See that little girl go walking by. Turns me on when she gives me the eye. There comes another one looking so fine. Won't be happy till I've made her mine. I've gotta love them all, baby, not just a few. Make them all happy, then I'll make them all blue. That's what I said. Yeah. Talk about girls that I can't. I need girls that I never talk about. Girls that live next door. Girls that beg for more. Oh. Now you'll cry and say don't make you sad. Oh, baby, that's just too bad. Sorry, girl, if you don't like my speed. Every little girl's got just what I need. I gotta love them all, baby, not just a few. Come here, baby, that means you too. You know what I want? Yeah. Talk about girls that I can't. I need girls that I never talk about. Girls that live next door. Girls that beg for more. Oh, yeah. Talk about girls. I need girls.
Yeah, baby, that was shagadelic.
You asked for the time warp, Michael. I told you. I
Wow.
told you, man. It was
Yeah,
so
that was
fun
straight up.
getting to hear all of his old stories performing around Tucson and, you know, the party scene back in the mid 60s when this stuff is coming out. And yeah, I mean, that was a killer track for that time period. It
Oh my God, yeah,
encapsulates
because
it so
that
well.
was like vintage. That was vintage Rolling Stones right there. It was, and it was so funny because the picture you used, he looked like a Bond villain. So I was like, wow.
Well, I couldn't go back far enough in the archives to find a picture of him from the 60s. So I just used this profile picture.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to go.
He might. He might. So Manny's down in California still to this day. And we had a great chat with him. And, you know, obviously he's recording at home now. And he talked about his studio experiences from a really good one to a really bad one, and just working in the industry and the executives' attitudes towards the musicians and everything themselves. And it was just a really interesting conversation to work with someone and,
you know, and talk about, you know, the difference between recording then, you know, and how they, you know, they got their music out, and now look at us today with streaming and podcasts, and, you know, it's a completely different animal now. It's just, I hate to say, I don't think we'll ever go back to that way ever again, where it's strictly labels that are running everything. And I think, you know, this is the future now, is what we're doing, you know, getting music out there with who would never have had a chance, you know, getting their music out. So there's a lot of ways we're advancing in the right way, but I just love hearing the stories of, you know, the recording sessions and, you know, the tours and the grind, and, you know, even the way they recorded back then. Today, you could do a song in, you know, a half hour. If you're really good on a DAW, you know, you can put a track together. Never, you know, back then, no, it's, oh, here comes the drums, here comes the you know. So yeah.
Right. Oh, tuning in. Hey, AJ.
Hello, my mate from across the pond.
Yeah, I had a great interview with Chart House Studios out in Portsmouth in the United Kingdom, and they sent us a young lady, Mina, who has been on the show, and we featured some of her songs before. That's who she had recorded with, and they do a lot of education out there and working with artists to not just record them, but to help them with their songwriting and really everything. And it was such an amazing conversation with them. I can't wait for that episode to come out. I'm constantly living in the future, right? Where like the conversations I have don't come out for months later. So in many ways, I'm kind of out here, and that's why I liked the live show, because it's just in the moment and we get to be here with each other, and I'm not, you know, pushing it back to the end of the year. I mean, some really great conversations that I've had in the last 60 days. People aren't going to see those conversations until maybe August or September now. Right. So it's
and it lives on forever.
Right. Well, and that's what I've understood. It's just a different way to approach everything. I mean, most movies that you see out on Netflix, or, you know, especially, I mean, the even bigger movies, that process was started maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Right. And you realize that the big creators have been doing this for a long time. These albums used to take a lot longer. People aren't living in that moment to moment. Right. So it's being able to forecast our futures a little bit more, having a plan, not just a business plan, but a life plan, you know. And I know that we're starting to talk about with AJ and you, and shout out to Brad Stewart with Music Mogul AI and Stewart Entertainment Agency, that we have we're making plans for touring well out into the future, right? And talking about, you know, especially with what you want to do with the focusing around the pride parades and around your community, right? I mean, at large, and being around in there, it takes a massive amount of planning, right? We're already kind of behind the 8 ball because the summer will be here at this point before you know it.
I know
Michael,
I'm impressed.
what are your plans for the summer? Have you got some things lined up already? Do you have?
Well, you know, I with the great Adrian, AJ helping me, you helping me, I've sent out a lot of material to some of the Pride events, even some of the radio stations that are LGBTQ friendly that would play me as an artist for them. But AJ is really serious about trying to get me to, you know, across the pond part of the summer to do some events there. So I'm kind of an open book as far as I love touring. Where's the tea? Oh God.
It's right here. I haven't had time to go and brew any, so I need to get a hot plate or something.
We did a good commercial.
Yeah,
we did a good commercial for them.
Yeah, of course. Well, and I had a great conversation with Carmine today too, and that was really grateful for people who are seeing what we're doing, understanding what it is and what it isn't. Right? Are we somewhere right now that has massive viewership on every episode that we do? No, but the people that are here with us in this community that we're building we are very influential in that space, and that's what it's about. I can get you customers out of a small handful of people where other programs need tens of thousands of views to have that kind of trust and influence built. We're operating on a totally different model. And it kind of alludes back to something that you were talking about with, we're never going to go back. It will never be that, you know, the old 3 channels, right, where everybody was watching the Ed Sullivan Show, right? And you're not going to have that, but you can build smaller moments and smaller careers inside of what we are building. I had a great conversation with a new friend, Joey, who had a radio station built up before, internet radio, and is looking to bring it back. And, you know, not that we didn't have the Scene Projects radio at all, but it's very hard for me to kind of keep all the balls in the air, right, without a lot of other people. So he kind of threw it on the table that he's looking to bring his back, and would we be willing to bring out there? There you go. Congratulations, AJ. 1,000 subscribers on TikTok today. That's fantastic for you. I'm sitting at 12 still. So send some my way. I would appreciate it. I just don't spend enough time on the platform doing anything. And I know a lot of this has been building for AJ for a long time on these platforms. So it's not always easy. It's not easy to build up a following. And for me, it's always been not about the numbers, but about the influence and the amount of influence that I can have on others' life, not just that I can influence their decisions, right? It's the, how can I help other people, whether it's with our creator conferences and our tour or our content or our management or mentorship or whatever it is, how can we be a part of as many lives as possible? And that's what's been really awesome about the last several months, working with AJ, working with the Academy, working with Brad, with Music Mogul AI. It's just been an incredible run that we've been on. And I look forward to keeping it going for many, many years to come, right? It's not about, can we make it happen today? It's, can we make it happen at all? And over the span of time to continue growing and being able to be fluid in the moments, because we don't know what the next disruption is going to be. Right? AI has been the most current one, streaming before that, 10 years. I think the disruptions are coming faster and faster. Is the new disruption kind of a step back to smaller communities, more music discovery on a local or regional level, being around bands that you can see and touch and not have to spend $500 for a ticket?
Right.
We got some more music.
Huh?
I said, we got some more music. Oh, thank you, AJ. I have a song here now, Michael, by a guy named Will Clark, who we've featured several times on the show now.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing artist. Been very pleased with all the music that he sent in to us. This is a song that he sent in that is called, what is this one called? This is Look Who's Laughing Now by Will Clark.
I talk big dreams back in that small town. I was easy to leave. You had your sights set on those city lights and said I'd burn out faster than the 4th of July. I played barrooms while you chased degrees. You thought success was having finer things. Now I'm out doing what you said I couldn't do, and you're sitting there wondering who'll remember you. Look who's laughing now, look who's on the stage. While you're punching clocks, I'm getting paid. All those times you said I'd never make it out, now I'm standing in front of a sold-out crowd. I got a bus, got a band, got the life you called a joke, and you're strolling through my stories like you can't let it go. Yeah, I bet you wonder how. Look who's laughing now. While you were chasing guys who buy you shiny things, I was hitting the road just trying to chase a dream. Now you're sitting in that same old diner booth, pretending you ain't watching when I'm on the news. I was just a guy in a flannel shirt. Now your friends are front row wearing all my merch. Funny how the tables turned and karma shows. You said I'd fall, but here I go. Look who's laughing now, look who's driving by in a tour bus wrap with my name on the side. All those times you said I'd never leave this town. Guess the joke's on you, cause I'm Nashville bound. I got the grit, got the drive, got the fire you tried to kill, and you're out there telling folks you knew I had the will. Yeah, I bet you wonder how. Look who's laughing now. It ain't about the fame, it's all about the goal of turning every no I heard into a show. So raise a glass for the guy that you let down, cause I'm the one who made it out. Look who's laughing now, look who's getting the calls from the same folks who said I'd lose it all. From the county line to the neon crown, yeah, I built this dream without slowing down. I got the scars, got the wins, got the voice you can't ignore, and my song's on every station just to rub it in some more. Yeah, I bet you wonder how. Look who's laughing now. You wonder how. Look who's laughing now.
Yeah.
That's a great country track, ain't it? I have been so impressed.
I love songs like that, that are just kind of, it's not an arrogant thing, because I actually have a track on my album called Know Your Place, No Apologies, or No Apologies, Know Your Place. One of the two. And it literally talks about that. It's like, and I think it's good for a singer that has really worked hard in the trenches and fought, and a lot of people said, no, you can't do this. It's not, the market's not right, or you're just, and to make a declaration like that, because I think everybody feels that every now and then. It's like, it's not like you want to stand up and be arrogant, but you want to say, all you people who thought it couldn't be done, especially by me, look where I'm at. Look what I've done. I've accomplished things that I never even thought I could do. And so I like songs like that. I really do. I think that's good for an artist to be able to look at their accomplishments and say, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I was doing this, and where I'm at now was just a small dream, like just on the horizon. And now all of a sudden I have the Scenes project, and I'm going on tour, and it's just good to do that every now and then. So that's just my opinion.
Couldn't agree more. I'm going to run another short commercial for everybody. If you don't know, we are going on tour, and you're going to hear more about it right now.
This is the Scene Projects. This is the Songwriter Showcase.
Go ahead, take a step across the Barrow County line.
hear the truth as it whispers through the tops of the Georgia pines. I'm fishing for water, throw that boat in before the morning light. I'm here to stay.
Sliding down the driveway, swearing at the snowplow driving by. It's so easy to forget all the beauty that's there if we'd only look up to the sky.
If I could change your mind, you know that I would. No need to say goodbye, the point is understood. You told me that it wasn't enough, but you gave all you had for me. Before we went our separate ways, I can't blame you, I messed it up.
This day has been an incredible, incredible experience, not only for myself, but for everyone who entered this room. We hope that you enjoy the performances. We hope that you can follow and find your new favorite songwriter inside of this show. And I pray that this community continues to grow.
There's only one thing that just kind of bothers me.
That you're not on the tour.
God, you got some great places on your itinerary. Like, you're really hitting some good spots.
Yeah, some amazing music towns. And that was the point. When I drew the map out, I mean, I knew South by Southwest was going on, and obviously getting out of South Dakota in March and spring break along the Gulf Coast, right? So I had some pretty good ideas in my head about where I wanted to go and what we wanted to do. So it's just a matter of making it happen. It's funny that pilot was shot in December of the videos and some of that stuff that you were seeing were done, and to see how much the community has grown since then. Over 1,700 followers on our Facebook page now. My personal Facebook page up over 7,000 on its own. Really blessed to be. Are we back?
We're experiencing technical.
No, I think we're back now. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I don't know. I started shutting things down on my end. Could have been the internet. It could be the weather telling me that I should go outside and enjoy this beautiful day here soon. But we got to get through the rest of the show. Got some great music. Because we just played that little bit from the Songwriter Showcase, I want to play a song by an amazing, amazing artist who actually had joined us for the Songwriter Showcase. My good friend Samantha Grimes sent us her song, Stoner, and really want to play this one for everybody. So this is Samantha Grimes, Stoner.
When I was a little girl,
That's a kind of very Sheryl Crow kind of. I like it. I like that kind of song.
I loved the nod to Dear Mr. Fantasy. Ba-do-do down, on down. Dear Mr. Fantasy, play us a tune. Right? The quintessential ode to the rock star. Sam and I we bond so much over music, and I mean, we're around the same age. We've both been doing this for a long time. Sam's won all kinds of awards. Speaking of awards, congratulations to you on your nomination for Podcast of the Year, and many others too, Michael. Very proud of you, and you're very deserved. The Midwest Talent Awards are happening March 7th in Detroit. Go and check out more information, MidwestTalentAwards.com. Very
and so
proud.
are you, though.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Feels a little different when you're the one building out the website on the back end. So there's not a lot of surprise to it, but I'm very grateful to be working with Michelle and the Empowerment Divas Network, the New Me Foundation, Hustle Man Live Radio. We're really building this thing together and bringing all of our powers. And this is the first year we were kind of ad hocing it together in a few months. So while it may be, a little disorganized right now, everything that we're building has longevity in mind. And it's kind of been the throwing the spaghetti at the wall right now to see what sticks. Michael, we've had over 350 people vote already.
Oh my God.
Incredible. It's incredible. We had over 94 submissions, right? Nominations that we had to go through. So with this being something that we just kind of threw out there at the last minute to see what we could pull together. Beautiful venue that she's secured now in Detroit, Candela. Absolutely gorgeous there in Mexican Town, right along the I'm not sure what river it is. I don't think it's the St. Lawrence, but the river that connects the two Great Lakes up there. Maybe it is the St. Lawrence River. I don't really know. I don't know the geography around that area very well. My geographical knowledge kind of ends at Chicago. That's as far as we used to go when we were kids. And but very grateful for, once again, I mean, I allude back to that video and something that I was saying in 2024 before I had any idea what we were building, but it was a feeling, a knowing, right? That this is bigger than us. This is bigger than this room, than this small collection of songwriters. This is massive. And if we can just stick with it, we're going to build something really incredible. And kind of alluding to something, in Will's song that, not necessarily sticking it to you because you didn't believe, but proving to ourselves because we do believe, right? That belief is what wakes us up every day to create that somebody cares. Somebody's going to care. And will it be millions of people? Maybe not, but it's going to be someone. And I think that's what keeps pushing all of us as artists and as songwriters and as dreamers. And Sam's song there, Stoner, kind of brings a lot of those feelings up for me. Hearing touches of music that I grew up listening to, and a very similar situation with her parents, and just the story itself was like, that was literally my life, which led me down the same life, right? And now I've kind of been able to kick a lot of the bad habits and to be a father myself now, and trying to provide a different life for my children and teaching them differently, not trying to crush their dreams and not telling them to have a backup plan for this or that, but to go through and to make this the plan. If you want this bad enough, it's going to be hard because there's going to be no roadmap. Now, the map is a little bit clearer now for us in this day and age. The barrier to entry is easier because you can record at home, but also there's more noise. So you have to be either more driven or more talented, right? More dedicated to your craft than you could before, where I feel like, in the 60s and 70s and even in through the 80s, there was a lot of maybe kind of cut rate musicians that were able to elevate because they had the right look or they had the song or whatever it was. They could be elevated through that. That's just not possible anymore.
No, it's the advantage of living now is that you don't have to wait for that big Sony record deal to get your music out. You have avenues like Unsigned Spotlight. You have lots of indie charts and indie stations out there that, I mean, obviously they're still looking for good tracks, but you have a lot more avenue. That being said, the drawback is it's a bigger pond than ever, because not only do you have the Katy Perry's and the Gagas and those, but you have a even within this network, even within this family, a plethora of amazing talent. Like, you just listen some of these tracks I listen to and I'm like, why aren't they on the Grammy stage? This is just as good as what's being put out. So I think there's advantages to one, and then with that advantage, you have to work harder. I mean, you still have to make sure that your material is the best. And are you being the most authentic you? And are you presenting your brand the actual best way you want that brand to be seen? Because there may be someone that turns on turns on this podcast just out of the blue, and all of a sudden hears something by the lady we just heard, and never heard her before, but was like, oh, who is she? I want to hear her. Bam, you've got a fan, you've got a supporter. So it is. I mean, just because there's many more avenues, it doesn't mean as artists that we get to slack, that we can just put out whatever we think might work. I think in some ways we have to work a little bit harder. I know I spent a ridiculous amount of time on the stuff that I'm doing, and I could have taken it a different route, but I needed to fulfill my vision of what I heard. And it's tough, and I mean, you've got to be from your perspective. You have what, 750 podcasts going now? I mean, every time I turn on Facebook, there's you doing something. I'm waiting for the I'm shopping at Walmart podcast.
They're coming. Actually, I've been very fortunate that I can have people send me products, so I'm pretty happy with how things have been going, and I can shop from home. Right? We're gonna start the Scene Project Shopping Network soon. SPHSN.
But
well,
don't you feel like, when do you know as a creator, which is primarily, I think you would probably say is one of your primary thrusts, is you create great content. When do you know to let it go and then move on to something
I'm
else?
already letting it go as I'm creating it. Right. I think that's the biggest thing, is that once it's done, it's done. Even to the EP that I released and songs like Everlasting, like, we didn't spend a lot of time critiquing it and going back over. Like, that's what we got. Just put it out there, let it hang. We can always go back and do it again if we want to. There's nobody telling us what to do. Right. And I think that's one of the major advantages to all of this, is that I don't have a label that's like, well, no, we're not going back and re-recording that song. We already did that. Get it right the first time. I don't ascribe to that. We have all the time in the world to get it right. So put it out there, do something that is more what I'm about, and build the following around that. And as people fall in love with these songs, I mean, it probably has to do with me growing up a Deadhead. The stuff that the Dead did in the studio was never their best work. The best work was on the road. And that's why you had to bring your tape machine and capture every show, because you didn't know which one was going to be the best.
Right. Yeah.
I think there's a power to that, right? There's a power to bringing people back to the moment and bringing people back to live shows and into that, and doing it at a lower barrier of entry than, the top echelon of shows, the several $100s for tickets. And with us touring always with Operation Combating Veteran Suicide on our hip, right, so to speak, and that having that. So you're not just, buying tickets to a concert, you're supporting a cause. You are building and becoming part of a community. And maybe that's something I'm not doing a great job of selling right now. of making that evident. It's hard for me to market this because one, I'm not really like, I'm a guerrilla marketer. I'm gonna go bang on your door and tell you, and if you don't like it, I'm moving on. But we're getting to a point now where other people are seeing the brand, seeing what the brand is about, and wanting to invest, maybe not financially, but of their time into what we're doing. So I'm very grateful to the team that we've been building. And that's just the phase that we're in right now. I know everybody wants the world and they want it now, but it doesn't build in a day. Look at the team we have now. A year ago, I had no other host on my channels, right? I had no one. I had a couple of different YouTube channels. We had the Patriot. We didn't even have Scene Project Sports Network yet. I had the Scene Projects, and look where we came in 12 months. Now we have the team, we have the infrastructure, we have these things in line, we have systems in place that we can plug anyone into and teach them how to do that. People don't understand how important that is. So that when you do get your moment in the sun, you do have that viral capacity that you are ready for it. And in so many ways, the Scene Projects right now is ready for it. Are we still going to stumble at moments? Sure. But we're also prepared for that because we've stumbled before. Right? Like not everything has been perfect up to this point. So we kind of know how to stumble and fall forward, right? Fail forward, I think is how some people put it. So awesome. All right. I want to get to one more song. Had a new submission to everything that we're doing here last night. Randy C. Moore, a new friend of ours, and I wanted to make sure we got his song on. This one's called Big Bertha.
Well, I'm sitting here wondering, where's my long, tall baby now? Yeah, I'm sitting here wondering, where's my long, tall baby now? 'Cause somebody came and stole her and left me on the bottom side of down. I used to take her out on Saturday, and a swinging we would go. Yeah, I'd take her out on Saturday, and a swinging we would go. Now I would do most anything just to swing that gal once more. She always felt like a dream right here in my hands. Any cat who's played around with her would understand why I'm bluer than a hound dog, barking up a tree, crying, please, 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 Big Bertha, come on home to me. Well, I hope I never find him, the dude that took my gal away. Yeah, I hope I never find him, the dude that took my gal away. 'Cause if I do, I'm telling you, he'll have the devil to pay. Oh, yes, he will. She always felt like a dream right here in my hands. Any cat who's played around with her would understand why I'm bluer than a hound dog, barking up a tree, crying, please, 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 Big Bertha, come on home to me. Oh, come on home to daddy, mama. I know she's just a golf club, but she always set me free. Yeah, I know she's just a golf club, but she always set me free. So if you see my Big Bertha, tell that gal to hit a few for me. Woo!
Great stuff there from Randy Seymour. I
You
heard
know
he's
he
out
had
with,
fun doing that one.
Yeah, I
You-
heard he's
you
out
know
with
it.
Bruce Springsteen right now and doing some things. So our star continues to rise, and the stars of those around us continue to rise. I had a great young man on the show with me yesterday. We'll be airing his episode soon. I think he said he did over 30 million views on social media last year. So we're starting to work with some pretty big names in the business, and very grateful for you. I'm grateful that we got to spend some time together today. Shout out to AJ, prayers to Vanessa, his partner, and beautiful soul of a woman that she is. I know she was going under for some surgery today. So
yeah, he said everything went well.
fantastic. Well, I'm very happy to hear that. Vanessa, we are thinking of you and sending our thoughts and prayers always, and some healing vibes to you from the United States over across the pond to you guys. Absolutely adore our partner over there across the seas, AJ Waller. He will be back with you all tomorrow. I will be busy doing another like 12 meetings tomorrow and trying to build this business now so that all of us can not have to get day jobs, right? Or quit our day jobs, whatever.
Yes.
Go on the road. Anything in passing here? Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you're still tuning in with us, AJ. Appreciate you being a part of everything that we're doing here. Vanessa, heal up quickly. We hope to see you soon. Michael, anything before we get out of here that you need to add?
No. Well, maybe tomorrow I'll drop something big.
I love it. Well, everyone, this is Bubba Startz here with Michael Cagle. This has been Unsigned Spotlight.
Yes, it
We
has.
will be back again tomorrow, or at
Yes,
least
we will.
AJ and Michael will be tomorrow, 12 o'clock here Central Time, 6 o'clock in the UK, and 4 o'clock out on the West Coast there. So, or no, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
10 o'clock, sorry.
4.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm early.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, there we go. Steve Carnival live on the show tomorrow. You guys got interviews, so very nice. You guys are in for a great episode tomorrow. This is Bubba Startz and Michael Cagle signing off for today.
Bye,
See y'all.
everybody.
This program is part of the Scene Project's podcast network. The Scene Project features interviews with independent musicians, comedians, and artists from across the Midwest. Become part of our community and support local art wherever you are.